Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to our regular Monday night Team Eagles Zoom. We're very happy to see you all, and thank you for joining us. And I'm sure some people will be watching and listening to this after the event. Well, I think most of you know we are Mick and Jenny Daly, or should I say Jenny and Mick Daly. We are presidential marketing directors in your support line, living in the somewhat chilly mountains of Colorado, although probably some of you are even colder than we are here. We're very excited this evening to be joined by our sponsor in the business, Curt Beavers. And Curt has been a dear friend of ours for probably 35 years now. So he's very, very special to us. And I'm going to turn it over to Melinda to give a more detailed introduction to Curt.
We are so excited to have you on with us tonight, Curt. And just for the recording and for new people that are on tonight, I stole a little bit of your wording up from your book. Curt has written two books, I Call Shotgun, about raising boys. And also his other book is Make a Life, Not Just a Living. And I just love the beginning part of that. Curt talks about that he had an epiphany early in his career. The daunting routine of making a living without passion was depleting his joy and satisfaction, leaving him in a constant state of stress. It was clear something had to change. So, this book that he wrote, Make a Life, Not Just a Living, is a testimony of transformation, an inspirational journey of stepping away from the mundane cycle of trading hours for dollars, and an open invitation for all of us to redefine success. Alongside his wife, Lori, Curt embarked on a remarkable journey to create a life enriched with health, success, freedom, and unparalleled joy. They didn't just build a life for themselves, they opened the door for thousands, including all of us here tonight, across the globe, empowering others to step out of the shadows and into a life of purpose. And I, for one, am honored and I'm so blessed and fortunate. Cheryl and I were talking about that just the other day, that we are on Mick and Jenny's team and on your team, Curt. So I'm going to turn it over to you. Would you maybe tell a little bit about your story with Juice Plus and then the exciting news about our upcoming app?
Yeah. Hi, everybody. How are you? Um, okay, is my mic working okay, Mick? We're good? Thumbs up, Mick. We're good. All right. Um, it's kind of been an interesting, solemn it's new year. It's been different than most. We had got to go to Camelback, and then our dear friend Leanne Harris just passed away, and Dawn Rathman's mom died last night, and there's just been a lot of sickness and stuff going on, and it's been hard to get the motor revved up. But Camelback was absolutely amazing, and I love the new year. But it was like today, it was like it didn't feel like a Monday because everybody was frozen in. It was a crazy kind of I don't know. It was a weird Monday. I can say that. It was just like the world didn't wake up to start the week off. It didn't feel like. But I'm glad to be with you guys tonight. That's the benefit of Zoom. We miss the hugs, but when we can't be there, this is really the next best thing. It's better than a phone call because I can see Robin and Rachel and Lisa. I can see the smiley faces and I can feel like I'm hugging you. My granddaughter, we have a glass door going down to the basement where my office is, and she'll come to the top of the steps and she'll holler my name. She calls me B. It's supposed to be Bebo, but she calls me B. And she reaches out and she hugs the glass like she wants to hug me, but she can't quite get to me. So that's how I feel. I want to hug all you guys, but I can't quite get to you right this minute. But I have loved this business for almost 4 decades. I don't know if you guys are on LinkedIn. I am. I don't pay a whole lot of attention to it, but I just started my 39th year with the company on November 30th. And I just happened to check LinkedIn today. I was getting all these congratulations on your anniversary. I said, it wasn't my anniversary. I said, oh yeah, somebody saw that I started with Juice Plus on November 30th, 1987. And they're telling me happy anniversary. And that's kind of weird to me. I guess when you've been with a company that long, it's like you don't feel like you don't celebrate anniversaries anymore. But But it's been a long time. And we'll be married 40 years this year. Three kids, seven grandkids. They all live within about 30 minutes of us, which is nice. And we've been totally blessed by this company. It's been a blessing for giving us time freedom, giving us financial freedom. But I think what I value the most is just the extended family and community that we've been able to build. And we finally, after 40 years, we got some guys. We finally found us a testosterone huddle on Sunday nights that we can kind of hang out together. Hey, Mick, what year was that we went to Promise Keeper? Was that 92?
No, when you took me to Promise
Yeah,
Keepers,
yeah. What year was that?
94.
94. Okay, I was trying to remember because Mick and I went to a Promise Keepers event in the Texas Stadium. That was cool. And then I've been to Boulder at Promise Keepers and listened to 50,000 men sing a cappella with it echoing off the mountains. That was cool. But there's just been a lot of things that I've been able to do in this business. Four generations of my family being healthy because they're on this amazing product. And I got to talk on the Wellness Reset. Anybody on the Wellness Reset? Anybody in our Facebook group, Wellness Reset? Or I'm sure Mick's putting a lot of the YouTube videos on y'all's site so you can watch them later. But I got to share just a little bit of the impact that how Juice Plus, it's not just the Juice Plus product itself, but probably for most of you guys, that product was a catalyst for my family that I don't think we would have ever gotten on our health journey if Juice Plus hadn't been what started it. And I still to this day love our slogan of one simple change probably as good as I do anything. Because if someone had come in and tried to clean out our pantry, tell us don't eat this, don't eat that, flush this down your body, detox this and detox that. If they hadn't come at us with one step we could take to get the journey started, I don't know that we would have ever started. But it was just the right thing for us to get us started. And then they didn't just say, okay, now that you're on Juice Plus, bridging the gap, that's not all you need to do. There are things you can do with your lifestyle to make even more difference. And that was the four core. It was the exercise, the rest, the sleep we all need. It was the amount of hydration we need in our bodies. And it was the whole food, non-processed food diet. I used to just say whole food, but I love what Robert Kennedy and some of our leaders are doing now, trying to get the dyes and the processed foods out and really identifying how we poisoned our bodies for so many years. So I love to say whole food and non-processed foods is what we've learned to eat that way. I get chastised every time I eat something out of a plastic container. Lori and Hope slap me now. So we're almost all glass and stainless, but there are a few plastic things that'll float around every once in a while. And they let me get away with it as long as I don't heat anything in the plastic. But if I heat something in the plastic, I get in real big trouble. Anyway, so Juice Plus has been that kind of product for us. The company's been amazing. And this is not a training about the marketing plan or the compensation plan tonight. But I just hope this business and this product can be for you even a tenth of what it's been for our family, and you'd be blessed. It's just been absolutely amazing, the journey we've been on together. And the friends you'll make along the way. I'll tell you one thing. I do remember this. When I first got started in this business, and you all may have felt this way at some point, but was anybody in here ever in Amway? Anybody way back in the day ever in Amway? Maybe? Yep. So when I got in this business and I started sharing it with my friends, this was what I was running into. Is this one of those Amway deals? And I'm like, I didn't know really what that meant. And they explained to me, said, yeah, I said, we thought they were friends and they invited us over for dinner. And we thought they were just wanting to have dinner for us. And we got soap and this whole full of display. We didn't even get dessert. They got soap and dessert instead of soap and skincare instead of dessert. And they felt like they were tricked because nobody told them why they were coming. I've worn my Juice Plus shirts, my hats, and I'm proud of what I've done. But that's the one thing we didn't do was kind of like be deceptive or underhanded. Like that would have like pushed people away. But the one thing that people would say is you're going to lose friends when you get in this business. People are going to run from you. They're not going to want to. You're going to lose. You're going to run people off. And I will tell you this. I'll put my friend base and my network of people that are friends for me the number of states, cities, towns, and countries that I can make one phone call and have a bed turned down and dinner ready for me because of this business instead of the opposite. So it is a global family of people that I dearly love, and I mean, there are people on this call like right now with Mark and Melinda and Mick and Jenny that I know. I mean, just two examples right there that we could go spend a month together and swap kids and grandkids and we'd be fine. It would all work out. You know, that's just how close we've become and how connected we are. But we don't have all night, and I won't give you any more of my story. I'm going to share my screen if I can. Are you allowing me to do that, Mick? Let me see. Okay, let me go to the right. Hold on one second. Let me get to the right. Come on, baby. All right. Can you all see that? Let's see.
We can see the three-legged stool.
You can see the three-legged stool. Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna get to the app here in just a minute. And this is some of what I was going to share when I was we had Waco a couple days ago, and I'll get to share some of this when I come to Waco on the 7th. But I thought I would just use this because I had it, and I know all of you won't be in Waco, and if maybe this will be a teaser for you to come. There'll be a whole lot more. But my brain right now is all about mastering the technology so that I can be more human instead of letting technology replace the human interface. Because Jay, you know, ever since I got in this business, Jay said it's not complicated. You got to do three things. You got to retail, you got to recruit, and you got to train. And that stool, if you take any one of the three legs away, it's going to fall over if you sit on it. And, you know, that's what I was told to do. And when I got in this business, I spent $2,400. I bought a 24-month lease on a $2,400 Fujitsu fax machine. I paid $200 a month. I had a roll of quarters in my pocket and a pager on my belt, and you know that's how we did the business. But I mean, I had to do those same three things you have to do today, but we did it with different tools and resources. And whatever tool you're using, whether it's the roll of quarters, the pager, and a payphone, or it's your brand new fancy dancy iPhone, and I hear there's a foldable one that's going to fold up in your pocket coming out soon. I just saw something that's Apple to reduce a foldable phone. That's the last thing I need is a piece of glass that folds up in my pocket, you know. But maybe it'll be good. Who knows? But what I want you to know is you need to master the tools instead of letting them master you. That's kind of how you stay ahead of the game and ahead of the race. And there's so many things that are shooting at us. I mean, just think about it, just in Juice Plus. You got Voxer to check, you got email to check, you got text messages to check, you got Facebook messages to check, you got Facebook posts to see who's engaged. You got all kind of apps on your iPhone that are alerting you. And just like Gina said at Camelback, you know, you need to get on Instagram. That's where it's at, you know. So, and I don't know where you're at, but I mean, what I try to do is I try to do all of these, and it's tough. I kind of want my fax machine back. It was pretty simple, you know. And I'll tell anybody, you know, I mean, I've got my Apple Watch on, I've got an iPad on my desk, I've got an Apple HomePod sitting right here, I've got a wireless mic attached to underneath my shirt. I love technology. But if you were to tell me that everybody would get on the even playing field and I could have my Motorola flip phone back and everybody would just have a flip phone and we use the phone for communication, and when we weren't talking, we could not be distracted, I'd be in for that. As much as I love technology, but I can't do that because I would lose my competitive advantage because everybody else is going to be one step ahead of me. So I have to learn how to master that. And we got to learn how to take care of all these things that are coming at us a million miles an hour. So with the Juice Plus company, I want to confess, even though you already know if you've been around for a few years, I am longing for the day when I can actually say, believe, and just savor the moment when Juice Plus has technology as its asset and not its liability. And how many of you all feel like you've lived for a couple of years where it was the 300-pound ball that was chained to your foot and you just couldn't get away from it? And we're getting closer and closer. I think you're going to see that there's this new day dawning, that we're about to enter a place where it's more than just light at the end of the tunnel. Because what I don't want to do, I mean, this is my, you know, we're going to be 40 years married and 39 years in this business. It's been a long time. And I'm going to be really honest with you, brutally honest and transparent. I've probably been thinking tomorrow was the day when all the technology was going to get fixed, probably for close to 10 years. I was really honest with you. And Mick may challenge that date. Um, but it was back. Things weren't, there. I don't know. I can't put an exact date and time, but it was before the Dallas event in May of 2019, when we had the comp plan update and all things digital was whirling around the corner. They actually started messing with merchant accounts and credit cards and that technology before that. So we've been being told, and I'll let you in on two secret code words you may not know about. When I joined the company, Jay would talk a lot about Bubba, but Jay was from the South, and Bubba was just like, my oldest son has five kids, and the oldest one is a boy, and all the other kids call the big brother, they call him Bubba. That's just kind of a thing in the South. That's a word you use. So big brother is Bubba. Well, at Juice Plus, Bubba was always the computer that was in the closet. That was what Jay called the computer that ran everything. And then one day, Bubba had a new partner. I didn't know if it was his wife or what, but Jay would tell me, Bubba's got Venus now. And Venus was in the other closet, and that was the phone system. And Jay was determined that he was going to house Bubba and Venus in his building, in his domain. He didn't want nobody out there in the cloud, nobody out there anywhere else having access to his data. And so we lived for decades with Bubba and Venus, and they took care of us. But Bubba and Venus did not know how to do the things we do today. And they couldn't do the things that could be done in the cloud. And literally, I couldn't tell you exactly, but I'll bet you that I have 10 times more power in this phone right here than the mainframe that had cooling systems and batteries and everything that they did in our home office with Juice Plus for decades. I bet you that phone has more computing power. I don't know that, but I'm almost certain that it does.
Kurt, I grew up with that technology, and it's not 10 times, it's not 100 times, it's like 10,000 times.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, Mick knows from his IBM days. I mean, there were literally, and that's the power we have as an entrepreneur. There were literally floors on office buildings that housed mainframes and tape drives, and then they had to have literally huge air conditioning systems come in to cool the things under the floors and all kind of stuff. And literally, you have in the palm of your hand, sitting in your recliner chair in your living room, the computing power that IBM had in a tower 30 years ago. So, I mean, we've got it, but Juice Plus had to adopt it. And here's our new day. It's not here today. We were in Camelback, and I think we were all just mesmerized as to what was coming. The code name, it's not Bubba, it's not Venus, but the code name for this is Hustle. That's what they're calling the app internally. It's Hustle, and it's going to do amazing things. We know and have known that we needed to be a mobile first. That means that whatever you do, whatever you design technology wise, more people are going to use it on this than they are their desktop, laptop, or whatever. So you have to make it mobile friendly first. So we're going to have a mobile app, and we're going to have that same mobile app will be available on a desktop. And that same mobile and desktop app will be international from day one. It won't be like this country works, that country doesn't. It'll be mobile friendly from day one. Now, Melinda said she texted me a list of questions. I said, Melinda, I don't know the answer to all these questions yet. I'll tell them what I know. I don't know the exact release date. I mean, she was trying to get me in trouble because I did not know. She said, you got to tell them this, you got to tell them that, you got to tell them this. I said, well, I don't know. I don't remember the name of the person that was on stage. She says, who developed it? I know there was an amazing person there. Does anybody remember his name? I don't remember his name.
J.J. Oswald.
Jay Oswald?
J.J.
JJ,
Oswald.
that's right. JJ. Yeah, he was. I got to meet him. I just forgot what his name was. It's in my notes somewhere. But I got Melinda's question in the last hour, and I didn't have time to go look up his name. But he has known Travis and Skylar for decades and has done this multiple times. So you got, not only do they know he's successful, they trust him and that they know what he's doing. So let me just kind of run through it. And all I have right now is screenshots because it's not live on my phone. And even the people that have been in the test market, they're using dummy data. So it's not live yet, okay? But you're going to have everything that you can now see like in your new back office and the hub and boards and your juiceplus.com kind of all being, what's the right word? Presented to you in a mobile interface. That's what this app's going to look like. So there are going to be paths like new partner welcome paths. We'll get into that more in a minute. There are going to be courses. There are going to be lessons. There are going to be quizzes. You'll be able to do awards, and you'll be able to do. The cool thing is as a leader, you'll be able to plug into everything the company does, but then you'll be able to bring it down and have a little group huddle on there where you're doing a contest or you've got a calendar of events. So it's going to be where you can have a little bit of both. Okay. And if you want to like get a piece of paper on your phone or whatever, if you want to think about some questions you have, I'll see if I can answer them at the end. Let me just run through this. And then, I mean, Mick and Melinda and whoever else, Jenny, who was it? They were all at Camelback. They can all jump in and we can all try and answer some of your questions together. One of the things that's going to be really neat is there's going to be a new partner onboarding journey where I think one of the problems we have, that screen I had just a minute ago that showed Facebook, VoiceCom, email, text messages, all the different ways. The problem today is all the technology is wonderful, but if you were to be honest, we've all got about 10 inboxes that fill up. It's coming at us from so many different directions. I think one of the breakthroughs in technology is going to be somebody is going to create, and people are trying some kind of unified inbox where you can go to one place and your text messages, your emails, your Voxer. You could tell this one thing. I want you to pull my messages in from all these places so I can check messages in one place. I long for that day. I think it's coming. But the best way right now to send people a notice is not an email. It's not even a text message. What you want is you want them to value enough putting an app on their phone, and that app can send them push notifications. So this journey, it's going to be native on their phone, and it's going to pop up on their phone and remind them, welcome to your Juice Plus app. Don't miss an opportunity to connect. Have you shared anything yet? All these things are going to be phased in. They'll be right there on their app, and they'll click on it. They don't have to go find it. It's going to take them right into that data right there on the app, right where they need to go. And Mick, if y'all want to jump in and say something and whatever, just if you feel it's like appropriate, just jump in anywhere. So you're going to have push notifications. You can see this would be like, can y'all see my mouse moving around? Can you see that when I move it? Yes. I don't know if you can or not. But the number one on the left is your home screen where you'd get notifications. This would be in the feed in your app. And then this would be when you click on something, you're going to dive deeper into your app. So it's all going to be right there live. Like it's not going to have to go somewhere else and load. It's going to be right there in your app. Okay. Just a couple more things. There's going to be right away. We're not going to do away with boards because that was one of the questions. But eventually you'll see, I mean, it's almost going to have everything that the hub and boards have on it beginning to fill up right out of the gate. But at some point down the road, it may just totally replace boards because it does what boards does plus other things too. I mean, I love boards. I've gotten used to it, and we can search on boards now. So it's not going away, and you're not going to lose anything. But the more we can take the Juice Plus business, prospecting, caring for your customers, recruiting and training your team, if that could be in one place on your phone, centralized with content, messaging, communications, all right there, it'd be amazing. It'd be just absolutely amazing. So these are some content categories. As you can see, Mick, did you say you can or cannot see my mouse? Can y'all see my mouse moving if I move it?
Yes.
Okay. So y'all follow my mouse and you see favorites, and then you see business tools. These are categories of things that are going to be on the app. The cool thing with favorites is whatever you like to use over and over again, you'll be able to move that and you'll be able to tag it as a favorite, and it'll stay in this top drawer right here where you can grab it and access it quick and easy. But there's going to be all the content about the products. There'll be categories for the different products, Super Biome, Luminate, Shakes, all the product will have categories, and all the things you need, images, PDFs, videos will all live right there. So you'll have favorites, you'll have business tools, you'll have product tools, and you'll have miscellaneous categories. And there'll be so much more. I'm just showing you some snapshots, some teasers about the app. There'll be search functionality to find anything you want to find. So if you mean, even I love the new thing with boards. I typed in short chain fatty acids the other day, just looking in the gut health app, and it found some stuff, in our boards on that one topic. So you can search for anything like you can on boards. Now, you're going to be able to like filter down what you want to see too. If you want to like not only search, but if you wanted to say, I need everything on gut health, but I only want videos, or I need everything on gut health and I only want images because you're working on a Facebook post or whatever. All those things, instead of having to look and hunt and find. I mean, I know everything's there, but if Mick, let's say Rachel were to call me and say, hey, I need to send somebody in Phoenix some information about the new reset. Well, I know it's there, and she wants to know, is there a video? So I would go to boards first. Now I'm trained to do that, but it could be on YouTube. It could be on the Facebook group. It could be in a Voxer chat. Oh, no. Maybe Gina texted it to me because I asked her a question. I need to go look at my text messages. That's going to go away because you're going to know it's in one place. That's the beauty of this, is not only is it going to be wonderful, but just knowing it's in one place is worth every bit of this. Okay, so that's one of the golden nuggets you're going to get from this. And then it's gonna get us back to the whole idea of relationship marketing. And you saw my slide in the beginning when I was talking about human interaction. I've been through a lot of cycles in my almost 4 decades in this business, and I think people are going to be starving for human interaction. At the rate that AI is being shoved down their face. And I mean, I do it too. I mean, I got up this morning and I was wanting to figure out what I was going to say in a presentation I'm working on in a couple weeks. And I didn't call somebody or talk to them. I was sitting there in my chair talking to the robot about my presentation, and it's like, it was great. But I still wanted, when I get finished, I still need human approval that like another set of eyeballs and something that can fog a mirror approves of it too, And so I think we're going to get to a place where our business model, which is home base, everybody wants that. It's you buy because another human's told you about it. Now somebody you trust has told you about it. If I was going to go do a relay race in the mountains, which I know Mick's done several of, I could go to AI and say, hey, what's the best shoes to wear when you're doing a staged relay race in the mountains? And it would give me some kind of statistical data answer based on stars and ratings and reviews. But I'd much rather just call Mick because he's got feet like I do and he knows how his feet felt after the race. And I'd ask him and I would trust Mick's answer, even though the robot could give me all the data to argue with Mick, But I mean, I trust Mick. So we're going to get back to a place where if you're going to put something in your mouth to be healthy, you'd rather that person have put it in their mouth before and they haven't died and they're still living and it still works, than a robot telling you why they think it works, but it wouldn't work for them because they're just a machine. Humans need humans, and the fact that we're in the relationship marketing business is how we're gonna triumph in the end. Right now we need to use AI to get better at this, and this app's going to help us. Can you look at this? I mean, having a partner who becomes a potential customer, who orders and enrolls, or there's a partner on the other side who's going to use all these resources to plug into social media, to cast a wide net. All these resources and things, it's all going to be in one place. It's all going to be right there in one place for you. You want to share products? The links are trackable. You share a link, you're going to see if they open it, see if they looked at it. You're going to know what's going on. Did they watch the video? Did they open the video? You're going to be able to see, you're going to get push notifications, and you can go in and see each person, each contact that you're working with, at what stage in the process are they? Did they watch the video you sent them? Did they click on the link? Where are they in that process? You're going to have all that data at your fingertips. This is like you see a pipeline or a sales funnel you share. But all these tools, you can share video. And do they want to go? Are you going to send them more information? Are they ready to close? Are you going to follow up with them? Or are they ready to become a partner? I mean, they can pop out anytime, but you're going to have the resources to jump in and give them what they need. The next bite, that you're going to have all that for them. Whoops. Okay. Let me go one more. Okay. Social media sharing. We've got it on the hub. We've got it on boards right now, but there'll be even more of that available to you. Oh, this is cool. How many of you, this would be worth, if I was brand new and I was on this Zoom call tonight, I use this every day. How many of you have the Boards app installed on your phone? Robin? Okay. I'm making sure. You're waving at me now. Jenny didn't raise her hand. Did you raise your, Jenny, do you have Boards on your phone? No. Okay. All right. Jenny's boycotting my idea here. Okay. Mick, you have it on your phone, right? Yeah, okay. But what I like the most is wherever I am, if I'm in a text message app or if I'm in a social media or an email, I love switching keyboards. Do y'all know that you know that Boards has a keyboard on your phone so that you don't have to open the Boards app wherever you're inputting text on your phone or your iPad or your computer. You can just grab whatever you want from Boards and put it right there. Well, our new app's going to do the same thing. Our new app is going to have a keyboard interface where you can just, wherever you're typing, whether it's Voxer, if it's Messenger, if it's text message, if it's an email, wherever you're inputting text or inputting attachments or images or pictures or data, you just, boom, you just click and the new app's going to have that. It's going to have that right there for you. Instead of your keyboard, it'll have whatever you want to pop into that location at that place or time. There it is over here in a text message. There it is in some kind of social media post. It shows you what you can grab, what you can get, and you can all these things. Phone calls, Facebook Messenger, Instagram, iMessages, WhatsApp. So you can put it anywhere. Okay. Now this is probably going to be a little bit, maybe not day one, but this might have been the most exciting thing. And I'm going to combine this. We got an update from Neil Markey, who I really like. He talks funny like Mick. And he's from Britain, but now he lives in California and Hawaii now. He's a great guy. But he was telling us, you know, we all want the old board, the old reports, and we want things the way we used to do them. And I would love to have the exact same things I clicked on for 20 years too. But here's where we're headed. And they're trying to give us everything they can report-wise and back office-wise to bridge the gap until we get there. But how would you like to be able to, let's say today's the 26th, right? Yeah, tomorrow's the 27th, my son's birthday. So let's say it's the 27th or 28th. You got 3 days left in the month, and you're scourging your PVC report, trying to see who's close to qualifying, close to getting promoted. Well, what if you could go into your app and say, let's make up a name. What should we call the Juice Plus chat agent? Let's call her Fruity. Okay, we'll call her Fruity. So you're going to go in and you're going to say, Fruity, I need you to run me a report. I need to know everybody in my organization, number one, that's within 300 points of 1,800 points in qualifying their business. And I also would love to know anybody in my organization that's 90% of the way towards their volume needed for their next promotion. And you're going to say that to Fruity, and Fruity's going to say, no problem. What a great idea to help your team do this before the end of the month. And she's not going to send you a PDF that you have to hunt from the results. She's actually going to send you exactly what you asked for so that you could focus on it, have phone numbers and emails, and boom, you know. So that's the power of what's coming. I'm not going to promise you that's going to be there day one, you know, but you should be able to ask Fruity down the road and say, hey, Fruity, I need the best picture you can find of a mother and a toddler age child sitting at the breakfast table drinking a smoothie together. And they're going to go find that picture for you so that you can do a post about replacing empty calories with healthy calories and adding Juice Plus Complete to your diet and your family in the morning. That's what's coming. You have no idea. I mean, those are the kind of things we're about to get. That's how exciting this app and this new technology is. Calendar, the corporate calendar will be on there for events, but then your team, Mick and Jenny would be able to administer a Team Eagles calendar that would kind of be a smaller subset of that. So you could run your own calendar as well as have the universal calendar for the whole company available to you. They could put a calendar up there of what's your team doing and where are you going to connect at the conference in Phoenix in April. And you could have they could run their own small calendar underneath it. And I mean, this is coming soon. I just don't know how soon. I'm thinking February we're going to have access to at least phase one of this. I don't know exactly for sure. Why can I not? Here we go. That's where I want to go. Here we go. We have a lot more to cover. Let me go fast. The pulse, kind of what's going on, your subscriptions. You're going to see what's popping up, what's happening. You call it like your kind of your feed of what's going on with your customers. That'll be there for you. New orders, first time customers, new subscription, one time orders, partner enrollments. You'll be able to get a feed for shows like only your personally enrolled customers or your downline. A lot of the data you get now in the back office is just going to be right there in a user-friendly, mobile-friendly view. You don't have to blow it up with your finger. That's what I hate I've got good eyes now that I got bionic eyeballs in when I had lens replacements because I'm old now and I got new eyeballs. But I can see really good now. But I don't care how good you can see. Some of this stuff they send you on they try and fit microscopic text on the page, and you're trying to look at something or figure it out, and you're always pinching it, zooming. You don't do that. It's going to be formatted for the right kind of view for your phone. And if you've got, your iPhone's you're using accessibility and you like fonts bigger than I do or like fonts smaller than I do, it'll all reformat and it'll be just like you want it on your phone. It's going to be amazing. So what does this mean for you? I think you're going to have a central place where everything is. You're going to be able to share content one-to-one and on social media, and you're going to be able to have trackable links. So when you send somebody something, you're going to know if they looked at it, did they like it, did they view it? And I wouldn't call them and say, hey, I saw you open my video and you didn't watch it. Why didn't you watch it? And you're going to use that to say, hey, it looks like you might have watched the video. What'd you think? But they can't know you're stalking even though you are. You'll figure out your lingo with that. You're going to be managing your customers, your teams, you're going to get intelligent alerts versus just information that you have to figure out how to use it. The information you get is going to be practical, usable, and game changer for your business kind of information. Okay. So you're going to get to live in the day you've been dreaming of. Think about it. And that's the way I feel. I've been dreaming of this day, but now I can see that I really might be able to go fly my kite because the wind's going to be just right and let's go do it. I can see it coming. And these new tools are going to let us do the same things that I did 4 decades ago with my fax machine, my pager, and my quarters. I effectively made sure my stool had 3 legs and I was retailing, recruiting, and training and rinse, wash, repeat, just doing it over and over again. But think about how much easier it's going to be with the tools we have and these things at your fingertips. And you're going to be able to attract people because technology is going to be an asset, not a liability anymore. Okay. So let's stop sharing. Let's Mick or Melinda, do y'all want to kind of see if anybody has questions? Hopefully you're excited. I wish I could tell you the date it was going to launch and when it was going to be ready, but I don't know that exactly. I should be able to demo the app in some kind of live fashion when we get to Waco on the 7th, so that's good. Looks like Bree has a question. She has her hand up.
I do. I love the interface that we're going to have as a partner, and I'm assuming there'll be an interface for customers that's going to look different because they're going to have information for some of this, but not access to all of it. Would that be similar? It's going to be the same app, just a different view.
I don't know. There's 2 opinions out there in the world. I don't know the answer to your question yet. Do we want our customers to have to download an app is what I'm thinking, or do we just want to make sure they have access to the information? So I don't know whether the customers are just going to have a more mobile-friendly login on the website, or if we're going to actually get our customers to download an app. We're going to be able to send all the information to our customers, but I have not heard them mention, Bree, that we were going to have an app that was for customers. Now that may be coming because I know we wanted to help them be on their journey to get healthier. But I don't know if that's going to happen by them being sent stuff, or I've not heard yet of us wanting our customers to add an app. So,
Curt, Neil Markey did say that one thing they're working on is a new subscription manager.
Yep.
That would dramatically improve the usability for customers and us.
Yeah, but I think that, Mick, correct me if you think I think that's going to be still a web interface. I don't think it's going to be an app. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the
Well, Curt,
subscription interface is going to be dramatically better. But I mean, we'll be able to monitor and manage that through our app. But the front end of what the customer experience is should be dramatically better too, from what Mick was pointing out.
And because it will be mobile friendly as well, it should work beautifully on
Yep.
phone.
But Bree, I'll find out more as we get closer and closer to the Waco event, and I'll try and get some more answers for that. But I mean, I'm thinking they're going to have a major conversation about this on the February kickoff call, which is what, next week. So I think that I'm guessing that's when they're going to give us the details of the launch of this, is what I'm thinking, but I don't know that. But I'd try and get everybody on that call, or at least listen to the recording if you can.
well, Curt, you did a great job. And believe it or not, you did in fact answer all the questions that I had for you.
I
So
really did. Well, no,
you really
Mick helped me remember J.J. Oswald, or we would have
there you
failed.
go. That was the only one. So any of you that have not got your tickets from Waco in 2 weeks, you now know why you need to be here. Curt is coming in early, as I've mentioned before, to work with just Team Eagles on Friday. So let me know if you'd like to be a part of that. And then we've got a dinner planned. Wendy Campbell is also coming to speak in Waco, so we're pretty excited about that. So make sure that you look at your schedule and see if you can carve out that Saturday 10 to 4 with us here in Waco. Curt is also doing his Finish Strong this week on Wednesday. Wednesday night, we've also got the men's call with Skylar Stevenson. And we've also got a Flex and Freedom encore. That was 5 Juice Plus kids that talk about how they're running the Juice Plus business. And it was excellent. So they're repeating that Wednesday night. And then one last thing coming up this week, on Tuesday, tomorrow night, Debbie Walton is going to interview Mike Flint from the movie The Senior. He's a huge Juice Plus fan. Curt can probably tell us more details about that. So there's just a lot of exciting things that you can share and invite others to. And of course, then invite them to come with you to Waco. So Curt, thank you.
Melinda, where I knew Debbie was going to do that. Did she post where is it a Zoom call she's going to do, or what?
Yes, and I put it in our Facebook group, and I can send it to you, Curt.
Okay, I saw it. I just didn't look at it. What I was going to say, if Mike is the story of his movie and his book's called The Senior. He's the oldest person ever to play college football. He went back at age 59 to play college football to finish out his eligibility. But it was all about something that happened earlier in his life. He got kicked out of college, and God called him back to finish what he started and go back. And it's he's a wonderful man. And he credits Juice Plus fueling his body. That was what enabled him to do that. So if you get a chance to listen to the recording, Debbie, I forgot, it was through Debbie's sister. They connected somehow, but they became great friends, and he became a friend of mine just because of him being in our business, on our team. But he really loves the Lord. He's a godly man and has a powerful story. So if you get a chance, that would be great to tune your buddies into that.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. All
right. Well, we've gone a little bit over time, but everything is so exciting. And if you'd like to stay on, maybe we can get Curt a few more minutes if you have any other questions.